All right, my friends, happy Tarot Tuesday. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Chelsea, your tarot reader and intuitive coach. And today's December 14th, and I'm so excited. If you're seeing this at a later date, don't worry, keep watching. If you have been here before, welcome back. We're gonna do the lights and shadows spread today. I haven't done this on the channel in a while, so I'm excited to dive in. I feel like the last couple weeks, right, we welcomed in Sagittarius season. We talked about going down the path confidently, knowing that it's your path to travel and just doing it, right? And we saw last week the energy we're leaving behind of this creation, and now we're rooting in, and that's what Capricorn season is, right? Like we're taking this fiery, creative, somewhat chaotic energy of Sagittarius into Capricorn to really lay roots and to build. So we're gonna do the lights and shadows spread today. We're gonna dig down deep into our 3 levels of awareness: conscious, subconscious, unconscious, to see what's going on in our mind as we move towards that. We'll look at the lights, the energy that we're gonna move towards and call in, and then our shadows, which are the things that can hold us back if we don't look at and address them. Okay, this is our last reading of Scorpio season, our last reading of fall, because next week it'll be the winter solstice and winter in Capricorn, and oh my god. So let's just dive right in. So I'm gonna pull them all, and then actually no, we'll do it as normal. So in the position of conscious, we're pulling the 10 of Cups. Great job, us. Okay. In subconscious, we're pulling the 4 of Swords. And in unconscious, we're pulling the 8 of Wands. Oh, in lights, we're pulling the 7 of Cups. And in shadows, we're pulling the Tower. Oh my god, we were doing so good. I'm sorry. Okay, I actually kind of love this. And I'm literally laughing as I see the Tower, because what I'm sensing from shadows right now is that like we're actually doing a really great job, and this is more like a mental worry that we're gonna F it all up, okay? Like it's like, okay, I did it. I'm standing in joy and celebration. 'Tis the season, right? Like this is the holidays. This is where we're just supposed to gather and celebrate. And what I love about this image, first of all, we get a rainbow. You're never not happy to see a rainbow. We see the adults who are like aware and celebrating on purpose, and then we see the children who are just enjoying and celebrating because they're children, and that's what they do. So it's just this beautiful picture of happiness and joy and celebration. And so I hope we really are keeping that conscious, keeping that front of mind. And down here in subconscious, the 4 of Wands, embody rest. Rest. There is plenty of time. We're coming up on Capricorn season. There's plenty of time on the other side to move. So this to me really feels, and it's interesting though, because we've got the 8 of Wands in unconscious, right? Like it's like we've got this sense that like things are happening really quickly, and maybe that's why we're celebrating, right? It's like things are happening, pieces are falling into place. And so how, even as there's a lot going on for the holidays, maybe there are opportunities presenting themselves to you, can you still make sure that your body is rested, that you are nourished, that you're not falling into the cycle of burnout, but also fear, right? Because that's what's happening with the Tower down in shadows, right? It's like all this stuff is coming, so if I don't handle it right now, it's all gonna leave and I'm gonna be worse off than I started. Like, cut it out. That's not what we need. This really is just coming through as, okay, and so here's a question, like, what if you did totally drop the ball on every single thing? What if you did? What's the worst case scenario in reality? Because we so often build it up to be like, oh my god, when it's really like, okay, not that bad. Or maybe it is. Maybe you just need to visit the worst case scenario and trust yourself that you're probably not going to allow that to happen. Perception is reality. So are you perceiving that everything is immediate and urgent, and is it really? Right? Like, what's your perception? Like, you need to stand back and be objectively aware of your perception right now, because again, like, it's like on the surface, like, yeah, good, things are great. a little deeper. It's like they're happening real fast, and like somewhere in the middle, we're like, I would like to sit down, but I don't know how. So can you take a step back and look at things objectively and see your perception? Like, am I perceiving that this is too much to handle, that I'm gonna drop it? Or can I just see it for what it is? Can I just see that, yes, things are happening really quickly. Yes, there's a lot of things to enjoy and celebrate. And yes, I also need to rest. We need to step back for that objective view. Okay, and then in lights over here, we've got the 7 of Cups, which is choice, first of all, right? Like, we've got all of these options here. So like, which one do I pick? Okay? And what I'll say is, if we do not take the time here in subconscious, here in body, to rest, to feel, to know that we're not gonna fight and force our way through the situation. There needs to be time to receive, to feel, in order to make the best choice. Because if we don't take this time in subconscious, we end up just like picking the shiniest thing because it looks all well and good, but like, was it the best option? Mirror, mirror, okay? 7 of Cups. We need to go inwards. We need to look at, what are these fears popping up? What is this Tower energy trying to tell me right now? What am I afraid of collapsing? And we need to see that fear and root it out. And the only way we can then make a different choice and make a better choice is by looking at the choices that we have made and deciding if they're still in alignment. Is that the choice I still want to be making? Or do I want to provide myself the opportunity to choose something different, choose something that's more aligned? So all in all, I am loving this. Like, it seems like things are happening, and I know that can feel overwhelming. Can you change your perspective? Perception is reality. Instead of seeing the overwhelm, can you see the opportunity and find how you can take a step back even amidst the energy of, you know, they're coming straight at you, right? But you can find rest, you can find solace, you can take the time to celebrate. In fact, you must take the time to celebrate. So I wish that upon you, so that then you can make a choice from an aligned place. You can see clearly what's happened and what you want to happen, and then make your choice from there. All right, my friends, quick and dirty. You know how we keep it here on the YouTube. If you want a more in-depth reading, I do the lights and shadows spread every single Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, live on Instagram, okay? Or you can do this spread with me one-on-one, a full hour, you and me on Zoom. A link to book is down in the description below. Give yourself the gift of stepping into 2022 with better awareness and a better plan, okay? You'll also see a link to my tip jar. If you got something from this and you'd like to contribute, it allows me to keep bringing you these messages. And other than that, I'll see you next week for the winter solstice.